In nature, nothing is wasted. When organic material like leaves, fruits, and animal waste falls to the ground, it is broken down and returned back into the soil. The nutrients are recycled, and the soil stays healthy and fertile so it can grow new plants. Waste organic material generated in households and gardens is a valuable resource that should be recycled in the same way. When food scraps and plant clippings are put into the general waste bin, they end up getting buried in a landfill, and that's a waste. Even worse, when these things rot in landfill, they release harmful greenhouse gas emissions, which contribute to climate change. You can make sure your food scraps and other household organic waste are never lost to landfill by composting at home or via NAWMA's Kerbside FOGO collection service. FOGO stands for Food Organics and Garden Organics. The material collected in the FOGO bin is sent to a large-scale composting facility to be processed so that it can be returned to the soil in parks, farms and gardens. Even if you already compost in your backyard, you can use the Kerbside FOGO collection service for items that are not suitable for home composting. Food scraps collected in the kitchen can be wrapped in newspaper or placed directly into the FOGO bin. To keep things even tidier, you can use a ventilated kitchen caddy lined with a compostable bag. Kitchen caddies are small enough to fit on a benchtop, making them a convenient way to dispose of scraps as you prepare meals or clean out your fridge and pantry. The caddy's compostable liner should be changed every few days to prevent spills and smells. If needed, washing in soapy water or in a dishwasher in between uses will keep it extra clean. When you order a FOGO bin from NAWMA, you'll also receive a ventilated caddy and roll of compostable liner bags. All products with the AS4736 logo can be put into the FOGO bin. This is because they comply with the Australian Standard for Compostability, meaning they will completely decompose in warm, humid conditions. This is very different to conventional plastic products that may take hundreds of years to break down into small pieces and can litter the environment. All food scraps can be disposed of via the kitchen caddy into the FOGO bin. Even meat and bones, seafood, dairy, bread, cooked rice and pasta, takeaway food, and fruit and vegetable scraps. The green lid FOGO bin is also the place for organic garden waste. You can use it for lawn clippings, pruned branches less than 100mm in diameter, leaves, weeds, and fallen fruit. There are also many non-food or garden items that can be composted via the Kerbside FOGO service. These include used tissues and paper towels, coffee grounds and paper tea bags, pet waste like dog poo, compostable kitty litter, and small animal organic bedding, shredded paper, greasy pizza boxes, certified compostable cutlery and takeaway containers, and even hair and nail clippings. To reduce insects and smells, a layer of dry leaves or newspaper can be added each time fresh waste material is placed in the bin. Smelly food scraps like prawn heads can be kept in the freezer until bin night and then wrapped in newspaper or a compostable bag. A sprinkling of bicarb soda on top of food scraps can also help to absorb odours. On collection day, FOGO bins should be placed on the curbside before 7 a.m. They must weigh less than 80 kilograms so that they can be lifted and emptied into the truck. The contents of the FOGO bins is taken to a green waste holding facility and then to a large state-of-the-art commercial composting facility. Here, it is turned, screened and composted at high temperatures for a period of 8 to 10 weeks. After this time, the material is transformed into a range of high-quality soil improvement products that bear no resemblance to the original material collected at the curbside. The products are used to help create attractive community spaces at municipal parks, at sporting grounds and home gardens, and to help grow healthy food on farms. Reusing this valuable resource is an example of the circular economy in action, where natural resources are used over and over again instead of being lost forever to landfill. It is also around 7 times cheaper for councils to compost green organic material than to send it to landfill, and this can have a positive impact on council rates and rent prices. To be able to achieve this circular economy outcome, It is very important that only compostable items are placed into the FOGO bin. Non-compostable items will contaminate the organic material and should not be placed into the FOGO bin. Things like plastic and glass jars, metal cans and juice containers should all be recycled via the yellow lid recycling bin. Large recyclable items should be taken to one of NAWMA's resource recovery centres. Small waste items like nappies, broken crockery, unusable textiles, garden hoses and vacuum cleaner dust should always be disposed of into the general waste bin. Large waste items like building waste and hazardous items should be correctly disposed of at one of NAWMA's resource recovery centres. Always refer to the stamp on the FOGO bin lid to check what can go in, or call one of NAWMA's friendly customer service team if you are unsure. NAWMA's collection trucks are fitted with cameras, so it's possible to see what is inside each bin when it is tipped. Putting non-compostable material into the FOGO bin spoils the efforts of other people who separate their waste correctly. People who repeatedly contaminate their FOGO bin can lose their opportunity to participate in the service. Composting food and garden organic material is important for the environment and is essential in the management of our waste. Thank you for using the FOGO service correctly and helping to power the circular economy, create local jobs, and look after our environment.